Welcome everybody to my latest video blog, and today I'm going to cover the budget, social care inspections and the staff awards. It's important that I update everybody about where we are with the budget for 2019-20. I think everybody knows that it's been extremely difficult to balance the budget this year, and as ever some very difficult decisions are going to have to be taken by the Cabinet and full Council. We're now on a timeline that takes us through to setting the budget at Council the end of February, and then we'll set the Council tax early in March. When we set the budget, it's important that we get a balance between the affordability of the Council tax and the provision of services. And that's been something that the whole Council and Cabinet has been wrestling with over the recent weeks. This will inevitably see us increase council tax by a larger amount than many would wish, but the intention is to try and protect frontline services wherever possible, and that's absolutely critical going forward. It does mean that we are looking at a significant increase in council tax, at the same time making significant savings, and all this is required in order to make sure the council remains viable and we deliver the services that people really value going forward. Staff will be aware that we have sent out a request that expenditure is limited in this financial year wherever possible. And it's important that everybody understands why this is so important. As you know, the budget for the following year is going to be very, very difficult. So the best that we can do now is to limit our expenditure so that we start off the next financial year in the best possible position that we can be. So really it's a message from me to say thank you for the work to date, but let's keep it going until the end of March. Everyone will be aware that the spotlight has been on Powell with regards to children's services, and we've recently had another inspection from Care Inspectorate Wales that looked at children's services and adult services as well. And it's pleasing to see that they recognise the improvements that are being made, and it's appropriate that we acknowledge the hard work of staff as we continue to improve services to the most vulnerable in our society. So there's plenty to be optimistic about as we go forward. However, there is still much more that we need to do, but we are starting to see the improvement journey make a real difference. Since my last video blog, we've held a really successful staff awards ceremony, and this morning I spent some time with one of the Community Spirit Award winners, Phil Stallard. Phil works in the Countryside Services, where he and colleagues work extensively with volunteers to maintain our huge network of public byways, including approximately 400 bridges that have seen repairs and improvements over recent years. And we spent some really good time together talking about the sort of things that he's doing in Llanidloes. And it was really inspirational talking to Phil, who was able to explain the difference that he's making in Llanidloes around sustainability and litter picking. And I got a real sense of his enthusiasm for what he's doing there. The message for me, though, was that there's so much that our staff do that's out of sight of the work of the council and the contributions that they make to their communities and the differences that they make. But it was a really encouraging and informative time that I spent with Phil, and it just is an absolutely brilliant example of the sort of things that we all do away from work. And finally, the next officer providing you with a video blog may well be Caroline Turner, our new Chief Executive, and Caroline joins us on the 25th of February, and I'm sure you'll give her a very warm welcome to Powell, and I know that she is really looking forward to joining us.